and welcome to Jeo Tv online news at 9. I'm Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Tinubu approves tenure extension for custom CG. Economic reform slash North debt by 42%. Varsity students to face drug test, Minister says. INEC NOA to partner on voter sensitization mobilization. NBA Ilorin and the Abrisource Enterprise holds sensitization seminar on enforcement of disability rights in Kwara. Ambassador Tajuddin or lesson visits venue of foundations and a free summer lesson in Ilorin. Sokoto target food security with 5.3 billion naira fertilizer intervention. The news in details. President Bola Tinubu has approved a one-year extension of tenure of the Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, whose tenure was initially set to expire on August 31st, 2025, will now remain in office until August 2026. According to a statement signed by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the extension is aimed at allowing Adeniyi to consolidate ongoing reforms and complete key initiatives of the Tinubu's administration. The Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Abubakar Bagudu, has said the fiscal position of northern states has significantly improved under President Bola Tinubu, following sweeping economic reforms that have reduced the region's domestic debt by 42.6%. Bagudu's remarks were contained in a statement issued by the minister on Wednesday, following his presentation to the Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation at a two-day interactive session on government citizen engagement in Kaduna. The minister said the economic reforms introduced by the Tinubu administration, particularly the removal of fuel subsidy, have led to a sharp increase in federally allocated revenue and corresponding decline in state debt. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, has backed the introduction of compulsory and random drug integrity tests for students in tertiary institutions across the country. The decision followed a meeting in Abuja on Wednesday with the chairman and chief executive of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, where both parties discussed measures to curb substance abuse among students. In a statement on Wednesday by the agency's spokesperson, Femi Babafemi, the minister also approved a review of the current secondary school curriculum to incorporate updated drug education and committed to forming an inter-ministerial working group with the NDLEA. The Independent National Electoral Orientation have pledged to strengthen their collaboration on public sensitization and mobilization to increase voters' participation during elections. The commitment was made when the NOA Director General, Lanre Isa Onilu, paid a courtesy visit to the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, in Abuja. Professor Yakubu expressed INEC's readiness to work with the NOA in the forthcoming nationwide continuous vote commences in our branch. organization, in collaboration with Adab Resource Enterprise, on Thursday, organized a stakeholder sensitization seminar focused on the enforcement of the fundamental human rights of persons with disabilities in Kwara State. The event held at NBA brought practitioners and representatives, civil society organization, and advocacy group to deliberate on strategies for the full implementation of the Discrimination Against Persons with Disability Prohibition Act and its relevance to Kwara State. The guest speaker, Dr. Adebumi Adeola Akibo, urged government at all levels to prohibit discrimination on the basis of disability, guarantee PWD's rights to education, healthcare, accessibility to public buildings, transportation, employment, and establish the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities to oversee the implementation of the Act, investigate abuses, and provide redress.
Okay, so this program is a sensitization for stakeholders to come together and discuss an issue that is paramount about people with disability, and that issue is human rights. The issue to discuss is human rights. And we believe that if we keep discussing the issue of human rights and lay emphasis on the need for us to enforce the policies, because there are policies in place. In the areas where there are no policies, we have been working to ensure those policies come to form. But in places where the policies are already existing, enforcement is an issue. And we believe that sensitization of the stakeholders to ensure enforcement of human rights for people with disability is a must. That is the whole basic thing we're doing today at this particular event.
The NBA Ilorin Brown chairman, Sulaiman Mohammed Azan Koshemani, ESQ, emphasized the organization's commitment to promoting inclusion and protecting the rights of the vulnerable groups.
Yes, we put this program to sensitize people as regards the rights of persons with disability, and we also look into the way out. Our target is to ensure that we have a desk for the people with disability, either at the police stations, at the civil defense, at the MOJ, Ministry of Justice. Whenever there's any issues affecting them, there's a particular desk that we need to approach to address these issues. So this will reduce the issues of maltreatment being meted to people with disability, or if there's any complaint by these people, they can easily approach the place and make their complaint. So we at Kwara State here, we are targeting the situations where even as Abuja, at the national, we have a body that will be looking into the issues of disability. Not until when people are now called upon them that, okay, we have a people with disability, please, we need their attention. Whenever there's any issues affecting them, then we approach the desk, we approach the body to look into it. And the NBA Lorry branch is ready to give them support, whatever in law, to ensure that these issues is achieved.
Content and strategy manager at Adab Resource Enterprise, Ajia Olatunji Abibat, ESQ, while speaking, backed the rights of the PWDs and called for collaboration of the law enforcement agencies and other stakeholders to ensure that persons with disability enjoy equal opportunities and protection under the law.
Adab Resource Enterprise work with young people, and among the people that we work with are people with disability, and they have challenges which has been brought to our attention, and we believe that where we start from to even address the challenges of people with disability is sensitization, bringing stakeholders together, people at the police, the legal people in Ministry of Justice, people at legal aids, the National Commission for People with Disability, NIMC, all these agencies of government that deal with that are in the society, bring them together and let them even know what they are going through. Then our stakeholders will come together to ruminate, to brainstorm on what can be solutions to their challenges. Then the solutions will now be taken to government agencies, relevant government agencies, to find ways they can implement and put in place interventions that can help support people with disability in our society.
The program also called to action for state government private sector, and civil society to intensify efforts in creating an inclusive society where discrimination against persons with disabilities is eradicated. The founder, Tajuddin Olesin Foundation, Ambassador Tajuddin Ibrahim Olesin, on Thursday visited Government Day Secondary School, Amule Ilorin, to inspect the venue of the foundation's annual free summer lesson. During the visit, Olesin urged the teachers involved in the program to uphold fairness and avoid favoritism among students. It also held an interactive session with the facilitators, encouraging them to give their best while restating the foundation's commitment to academic excellence. Olesin also reiterated the foundation's mission to provide opportunities for indigent students to thrive and prepare for the next academic session with renewed confidence. In order to bolster food security and empower farmers, the Sokoto state government has expended a total of 5.3 billion naira on the joint procurement of 105,800 bags of assorted fertilizers for the 2025 cropping season. Governor Ahmed Aliyu disclosed this on Wednesday during the official flag off of the sales of the subsidized fertilizers and agrochemical in Guadalajara local government area. The event also attracted key stakeholders from across the state's agricultural sector. We have come to the end of Just Events Online News at 9. Here's the recap of the story. Tinubu approves 10-year extension for custom CG. Economic reforms slash North debt by 42%. Varsity students to face drug test, Minister says. INEC more to partner on voter sensitization and mobilization. NBA Ilorin and the Resource Enterprise or sensitization seminar on enforcement of disability rights in Kwara. Ambassador Tajuddin Olesin visit venue of foundation's annual free summer lesson in Ilorin. Sokoto target food security with 5.3 billion naira fertilizer intervention. Thank you for watching Just Event Online News. Never allow hatred and envious control you, as it kills both physical and spiritual well-being. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com, and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tab at Just Events Online. You can also send us an email on justeventsonline@gmail.com. Our name is Mahil. Good night.